Happy Black History Month. We are going to now commence to speak about Melody and them over there in Alabama. And yeah, vamos comenzar. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. You know, I always say that and then I hold y'all long, but I'm really not gonna hold y'all long. This first part of the reunion, right? A lot of people are saying that they're not gonna watch the show because Melody gone, yada, yada, yada. And there's not gonna be a lot of people, even like high in the stakes and YouTube bloggers in our Black little blogger world is saying like there's no show without Melody. The show is gonna be, you know, no one's gonna watch it, blah, blah, blah. There are a lot of people that are not a Melody fan and they're glad that she's gone. And there's a lot of people like myself that I'm glad that she's gone because she should have been left. Why is Carlos still at, I feel like every reunion brings up Melody and Martell's marriage like it was such a fairy tale. And then it's so sad that it ended. First season that the divorce was starting and becoming finalized until he was suing for full custody. Nobody talking about that. Okay, fine. And I'm talking about at the reunion. I think Kimmy brought it up when Mel was like, oh, he's trying to get full custody. He's being this, he's doing that. And then, anyways, let me get my thoughts together. Let me focus. This whole cast, including Melody, are a bunch of hypocrites. They are a bunch of hypocrites. They don't know where they stand. They apparently, from this reunion, apparently they all been faking it more than any other reality show has been faking it on. They do not see it for each other at all. I feel like the only genuine people, and they could borderline on hypocrisy as well, are the Fletchers. And maybe it's because they're older and they probably been through their stuff not on TV and they can understand a demise of something, mourn it, get over it. The fact that Carlos every reunion brings up how sad he is that the two of them ain't together no more. We do not care. Do you not see the animosity that these two have for each other? Martell could be fake all day talking about me and Melody cool. And then on camera, he's like, yo, when y'all not around, when the camera's not up, we cool. No, y'all are not. If y'all were cool, she wouldn't have sent that letter she did not set up a warrant for she set up a warrant for your arrest. Y'all are not cool. You have a restraining order. No contact. Y'all are not cool. I'm like, what is really going on? And Carlos and the producers know all of this. Now we gonna get into Melody. Melody, I am not a Tisha fan. That woman is fake, and I peeped her fakeness from the beginning. Now I do understand her marriage and how conventional Marceau is, and you know, so on and so forth. We are on a woman's side in that fact, right? However, I don't believe anything Tisha says, but in regards to Melody, when Melody and Martell were still together or pretending to be together, I do believe that Melody had her producer hat on and she was going to bring somebody on the cast that claimed allegedly to have been having an affair with Marceau. I wholeheartedly believe that because Melody is messy. She's a producer. She wanted the show to go on. She wanted the show to be what it became because the show was not what they presented to us. We don't never see Scope build nothing or finish a project. We ain't never ever seen Martell start or finish anything. That house and all of that stuff, that's not his. Let's just be clear. That is not his. He is doing that with somebody. He is the face because yes, people know who he is. I just don't understand why they still, why Carlos and them, the production company, whoever why they still make this feel like it's such a fairy tale life that they live, and oh no, they ain't got a divorce. It was not an amicable divorce. They are still fighting to this day. He's talking about, I pled guilty, but I'm not guilty. So you shouldn't have pled guilty. If you know that you innocent, why would you plead guilty? I ain't no lawyer, but in my mind and my pseudo mind, if your lawyer is telling you to plead guilty so you can appeal, there's something wrong in the process of what this lawyer is telling you. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. What are you appealing? Are you trying to get the case dismissed? I don't know the legal process. I don't know. And then his explanation, I'm on a tangent. And then his explanation of sending the screen grab of a video of their intimate moment. He's like, I sent it to her. I didn't send it to anybody else. So how did Marceau see it? How did Tisha see it? How did Maurice see it? Like, this man is vile. And I don't understand the kitty gloves that everybody on that cast treats him before this season, because now he coming for everybody else because he don't got nothing to do. Like, this whole season could have been done without Martell. Do y'all understand that? All he did was add chaos. The whole season could have been done without Marceau and Tisha, because their whole storyline is him and Martell. What happened to this show? This show was supposed to be about y'all building and succeeding and giving jobs and opportunities and housing, affordable housing. I don't know if it was I guess affordable housing, I'm not sure, to Huntsville. Huntsville is small. Huntsville is still up and coming. You know what I'm saying? So it's really y'all really did Huntsville a disservice. That's how I feel. All the cast members, past and present, y'all did not do Huntsville any favors in regards of anybody wanted to come there to visit or anybody wanted to come there and live. Like, what is there for us to do there? To watch sticks be built by Sculpt? Watch Madani become a toy store and still have the big old Madani sign in the parking lot? Like, what are we watching this show for? And now my tangent is over, and I'm going to go back to Melody. Melody is a grimy producer. She's a grimy producer. She, especially with that scene with, God rest her soul, Tisha's cousin, and talking about how she's going to do, I didn't like that scene whatsoever. Melody is not going to come out unscathed. I just feel like in regards to Martell and their marriage and their divorce, I'm going to always be on her side. Period. I don't care. And it disgusts me the way that Carlos just fantasizes and fantilizes their marriage. Every reunion, they have been divorced going on 4 years now. And their marriage and divorce is still a topic of conversation. It's dumb. I don't understand it. Now, back to the hypocrites. Tisha and Marceau, when the divorce started when they said, okay, you having an outside baby? Is it true? Is it true? Everybody in Huntsville knew that it was true. Of course, it's an edited show. We have to talk about the things that are happening, right? Pin that. We have to talk about the things that are happening. Pin that. Now, all of them knew that this man had a side chick and she was pregnant and she was about to pop and have this baby. Ghetto cousins. We ain't seen her kid. I don't watch her lives. I don't follow her. I don't follow any of these castmates. Ghetto twins. Fine. Everybody knew about it. They still was rallying. Like I said in my previous video, they picked a side. They picked a side, and they picked his side because they were being sympathetic to his situation. Melody out here buying networks. She out here making her own products. She out here living her dreams, singing and making music videos, while he still don't even have his builder's license. And they're like, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, let's pick him up and let's embrace him. The Scotts did that for 2 seasons. Let's just be clear, this is season 5, not season 9. The way they break up, however they break it up, whatever. These things are filmed like a year in advance, and then they're posted. Then in the midst of them posting the show or airing the show, they film the reunion, and then the rest of the show is seen. It don't make no sense. Anyway, so the Scotts, and I'm going to tell you like it is, I think the Scotts are, the 4 of them, they're hypocrites, and they don't like nothing of their stuff coming on screen. Maurice made Kimmy feel like trash. That woman was going through chemotherapy. And all season long, all he could talk about is his sex drive. And then on that reunion, they're like, oh yeah, he heard a handful from my family, his family, the women in his family. And then he's going to go on Carlo's show and this little media blogger to apologize. This is what you're presenting on TV. And that is what they presented on TV. That overshined or outshined the fact that this woman was going through something. Y'all let me know if she did any, like, you know, cancer, not even advertisements, like sponsorships or anything like that, like in business-wise. I don't know. I ain't see it. Or the word I'm looking for is advocate. I didn't see it. Now his DUI or whatever, when he got booked, I don't know if the laws are different in each state. I don't know. He refused the breathalyzer because he did hit a tree. 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the next day that they had an event at Black. Where was he? We don't know. I don't really care. But the insinuation, and we're going to get to Kimmy, the insinuation or the curiosity is there as to the hours that are missing. His case is dismissed, so it's not even a thing. Because again, this reunion was filmed in October. This February 2nd, the reunion aired. Like, anyway, so at that time, it was still a pending case. So there's still a gap of time that no one knows about. Does Kimmy know? Because Kimmy came on the screen and was like, I couldn't find him. I didn't know where he was. Because I was home. That's what she said. Now we're going to get to Kimmy and how she was going after Mel. And why was Destiny sitting next to Carlos? Was it to just make a little friction between Destiny and Melody? Like, y'all wait, it was a whole hour and 20 minutes. Y'all waited for Destiny, for her to just sit there and make faces at Melody because she ride or die for Martell? Trash. Like, I don't understand the allure. I don't understand the allure. I ain't taking nothing from that. Physically, he is a very good looking man. That is it. Okay. To end this and sum this up, the hypocrisy comes because Mel being the producer and messy, let's just be fair, she brought up that the man looked like he had lipstick on in his mugshot. I didn't see anything online, but I don't follow none of them like that, or their little fodders that they be having back and forth. Like, I don't be seeing Mel's lives. I don't see Ariane in them. I don't. But I'm sure it was like a blurb somewhere that's, oh, this looks like he has lipstick on the collar, on his mouth, whatever. And Melody brought it up. She didn't, well, they didn't show us, or I don't remember. Yes, she did. She talked to Tisha. She talked to Tisha. She told it to Tisha. Then Tisha went and told Kimmy. Kimmy got fake rage. And then when she went over to Mel's house, so they had their little girl exercise eating the zucchini pasta, she's going to be like, I'm not talking about it. And then at the reunion, she was like, come and tell me. And then when she come and tell you, because all of y'all talk about each other before y'all talk to that said person. So why is Kimmy so up in arms, acting big and bad, talking about a blurb about her butt job? I am so glad that Melody didn't give her the time of day when she talks about that, because it is what it is, what it was. If it was a bad butt job, whatever she got to hold it up, it looked good. Or if she got somebody to fix it, it looked good now. So if you talking about this to get back at her, why didn't you talk about it on screen? You see what I'm saying? You want to get all this rage because Melody is talking about y'all when y'all been talking about her for 6 years. Her and Martell, y'all been talking about everything that they have been going through. Y'all talk about it. Now, Kimmy did pull a fast one, and Melody did get gathered just a tad. Cause like this, but my thing is that if Melody didn't have these meetings, which she does, what scenes would they have for this show? What is on the cutting room floor? What is on the cutting room floor? Because the scene that she had with Fletcher, she had to talk to him. She had a scene with Kimmy that she was talking about something. She had a scene with, what is that girl's name? Trisha. To talk about the stuff that they were talking about. And Maurice was chiming in, yeah, there's always a weekly meeting for us to talk about anything that we've said and whatever. If she didn't come and talk to y'all, what would we be looking at? Kimmy don't talk about her catering business. Kimmy never talked about her nursing history. All we know is that she was a nurse, and I think she still is a nurse. I'm not sure what capacity of a nurse she is at this time. And quite as it's kept, going down these YouTube streets, I found out that supposedly her and Ariane worked at the same hospital. So everybody knows, like I'm saying, Huntsville is not that big. Everybody knows everything about everybody, especially if you're a close-knit friendship, like group. Let me don't say friendship because they're not friends. And to be clear, I just feel like Kimmy never saw it for Mel. I think from the jump, she never saw it for her. And I don't want to say it's jealousy. I don't feel like Kimmy is jealous of Melody. I feel like she just doesn't mesh with Melody. I think she tried to make it work in the beginning, and then she saw her little ways, and then she felt for her during the divorce, but then she was kind of like, you doing your own thing. I'm going to go here and support Martell. Like, that's where that's where my skin itches with them. Just because Melody supposedly is strong and doing what she's doing on her own because that man was holding her back, you can see that. And y'all felt bad for him and y'all rallied around him, and he did y'all the same way that he did Melody. Now y'all all up in arms. The only person that's still quote unquote on his side is Kimmy and Maurice. And he be talking about Maurice too. And Maurice going over there to apologize to him. Why? Because you don't like women, Maurice. You don't. You are going to stay on his side because Melody tells you like it is. I don't know what Kimmy's deal is, but it's weird to me. I'm not a fan of anybody on this show, to be honest with you. Everybody grinds my gears, especially Carlos. Like, and you know, it's just everyone across the board, even Nell and Fletcher. Carlos is going to recast. Sunni says she gone, whatever. I don't trust Sunni, but the fact that she is back in Melody and the things that goes on behind the scenes at that show, maybe she'll tell us for real, but I just look at her side eye because if you have so much to say now, all of a sudden that Melody is leaving, why did you go on the show as a cast member? It don't make no sense. And then went on the podcast tour to surprise everybody that, oh yeah, I'm dating one of my cast members husbands and now we're married. I mean, boyfriends and now we're married. Like, we're not going to talk about Destiny and her pick-me ways. She is just struggling for screen time. That's all I have to say about that. She's just struggling for screen time. There's nothing. She would do anything. And you know what's been out there, and I'm not going to say it here. You know what she said. You know what Own did with the caption of the episode. You know. Who does that? Who does that? You know what I'm saying? Who does that? Somebody who's looking for something. Somebody that's scrimping and scramping to make it work. Because if they really were and you felt uncomfortable, because the way that it's being presented, it doesn't feel like it's uncomfortable for you. Anyway, it's just to get back at Melody. I've been rambling. I kept y'all entirely too long. And that was part one of that reunion. I'm glad Melody leaving. I'm on the side of this show is not going to end. They're gonna probably bring Ariane on if Martell allows. And Stormi gonna come back. Cause she can't stand Melody. So there you go. So you know it's gonna be Stormi and Destiny. And Tisha thinking that she gonna be the star of the show. And then we're gonna see what they got to say. Now, this show is no longer Love and Marriage Huntsville that we thought it was going to be. It's just ended up being a ratchet reality TV show. We like ratchet sometimes. And yeah, I ain't gonna sit down here and lie to you. If it ever come back for season 6 and they got new cast members and they bring the side chick on, I might gander. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might gander. I don't got no loyalty to nobody. I might want to see what's going on. But I mean, I am not, these people are just, they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. They're hypocritical. When it's done to them, now they want to buck up and be big and bad. Kimmy, I'm talking about you. If you didn't see it for Melody, you should have, that would have made a better show than you coming on the reunion trying to be big and bad and talk about what butt job she got and blah, 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 blah. And we always have to have a meeting. You could have, if she keep doing it, if you stayed on her neck long enough, maybe you wouldn't have had so much stress about it. And the fact that you and your husband sitting down there talking about, do you think your husband would cheat? Y'all answers are very weird. And I don't know if it's telling, it's just weird to me. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Like the video, subscribe, comment, and tell me how y'all feel about the part 1, because there is 3 parts of this nonsense. Part 1 of this reunion. Trisha and Kent ain't even come out yet. And I don't know. It's nobody believes that y'all didn't do nothing. No one believes you. But again, if you say y'all ain't did nothing, then y'all ain't did nothing. That's your own truth for you to believe. You are not gonna convince me that y'all ain't did nothing. And you only went over there one time. All right, Trisha. All right, guys. Okay, love you, bye.